Yes, indeed. It's Rob Sachetto, and we're in the studio. Hey, guys. I'm Rob Sachetto. I usually let the art do the talking, but if you're just tuning in, I am Rob Sachetto, inventor of zombie portraits, drawer of more zombies than anyone on planet Earth, writer and illustrator of the Zombie Handbook, and I'm welcoming you to my studio today. Yeah, we're going to do some, there's another fun side project. Yes. So they're working on these guys. Yes, check out the Patreon page, named appropriately Zombie Daily, for daily hookups on brand new zombie art every single day. That's right, Zombie Daily. It delivers what it promises. And we're gonna have a hoot and a holler tonight. we're gonna finally see what happens when a grub, a beetle larva or pupa becomes infected with the zombie virus through, natural causes, unnatural causes, environmental hazard, things of that nature, chemicals leaching into the ground, affecting its growth, and who knows, creating a zombie, right? So knowing what type of zombie it is very important, right? In doing. Oh, by the way, sorry guys, I just forgot to mention, I know you can't really see it, but I'm wearing an arm brace. For the love of goodness, my arm is pretty much not usable right now. I pulled my elbow or something like on the other side of that, like last week, and have since like repeatedly screwed it up more, thinking it's healed, and then it gets worse. So the last thing that happened, this is the dumbest thing in the universe. But I'm just stretching and yawning, and I don't know. I caused some kind of tendon pull in there again. Like it was cramped. Yes, that's what it was. It was a cramp. And oh my goodness, I'm sure my whole block heard me yell. It was like the most painful thing ever right there. I did not expect that. So anyway, yes, I have to stay off it, man. And there's no way around it anymore. I really have to watch it. Because I keep making it worse. So what are we doing? What are we doing right now? We are going to zombify an insect, like a beetle pupa or larva. I'm looking forward to that. This will be part of the zombie insect series, which has had a resurgence lately. I've gotten into a new rhythm with the zombie insects, man. Check those out on the Patreon page, of course, Zombie Daily. I think they're all up. I think all 4 or 5 new ones are up. There could even be more. But yeah, there's a stag beetle. There's like a giant water bug. There's all these like crazy insects. So murder hornet, I think that was the other day. So yeah, check that out. Check that out. So I'm kind of finishing the penciling on this, and I like it. I think it is like an environmental hazard, like a problem with the waste disposal or something of harmful chemicals. That's how it became this type of zombie, right? What was that movie? The Prophecy. I think it was The Prophecy. Something like that. That old trope, right? That old chestnut, rather. Yeah, where there's lead or something being poured into the water from an evil, company upstream, and bingo bango, you've got like monsters on your hands, man. So yes, something like that. Now this, I don't think that works now. That eye. I'm trying to, I'm doing this, and I'm like, now I know where buddy from Aliens there, Geiger, came up with his alien design. It's a bug. It's a pupa's head. You know, it has those great shiny and weird surfaces and flat. You know, so yeah, Geiger for sure was channeling. You know, the skull of the pupa. You know, and I'm kind of exaggerating it too, making it obviously more human. You know, in appearance. Just slightly, you know, just giving it some human sort of attributes, like the and I don't know if I'm going to keep that, but I kind of like it there. I'm gonna excuse me, I'm going to erase it. I had a little meltdown there in my throat. I'm going to erase it and see how it looks without it, and then, you know, maybe put it back. But I'm talking about the nostril sort of things here. You know, I don't know if it needs that extra zombification characteristic, you know, if it's good on its own, but I'm going to see. So, yes, this is a, you know, giant beetle larva. Typically the larva sounds like a old school girl's name. Meet larva. Charmed larva. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the art. Yes, you know, this is the working out stage, right? This is the working out stage. So I'm still adding things, larva. Yeah, I'm still adding things, you know, like little protuberances and, you know, hairs and, you know, alien insect bric-a-brac, you know, that sort of stuff. You know, adding that kind of stuff. And then, you know, veins and things. Yeah, you know, because of course that's gross, right? On a big fat sort of slug type of thing, having veins popping. Yeah, it just makes it, gives even the drawing more tension, you know, having those lines do that. For the surface, yeah. So if you've always asked yourself, what would a giant beetle larva look like if it were a zombie, if it had the zombie virus, this is a version for sure, yeah. That's the beauty part, you know, of doing this. Like, there's different versions of this. There can be definitely different versions of how, you know, the insect became a zombie, right? And that's the wonderful thing about the whole zombie lore. And it can all be explained too, you know? And that's kind of what I did with the zombie handbook. I kind of wanted an explanation. And I'm like, you know what? If you think about it, it all works, right? So, fast and slow zombies, you know, of course they can both exist, right? And I explain why. I explain why in the book, you know. And it's, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I can't believe people didn't, you know, sort of agree to this long ago instead of, you know, fighting over it and all that for so many years. It's like, really, man? Was that worth the fight? Fast or slow zombies? There can only be one? You know, no, of course not. So yeah, this is a type of zombie grub. Not the, but a. So I could do this again in many different, you know, styles too. You know, artistic styles. You know. So there's a lot of variances in doing zombie art, I find, especially. It's like it always keeps me thinking and you know, creating backstories and sort of reasons why, you know, I'm doing the zombie art like this. You know, there's so much there. Like, there's so much lore, and there's so many subject matters within that. Like, it's endless. You know, and I just want to try my hand at as much of it as possible. You know, and see it realized. Hence the daily zombie stuff, man. Gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it zombie. Yeah. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm Rob Succhetto, inventor of zombie portraits and drawer of more zombies than anyone else on planet Earth, writer and artist behind the Zombie Handbook, and yes, teacher as well. I always leave that out because I love teaching so much. I never look at it as a job almost, you know. But yes, I've done a lot of teaching as well. So yeah, man, I've been around the artistic spectrum for a long time, you know. In one way or another, or in many at the same time, you know. So yes, got a little bit of experience behind me, years of being in the, you know, sort of business of being an artist and stuff like that. The highs and lows, and creamy centers, you know, and absurdities. You know, things you end up knowing when you're an artist like this, a freelance almost entrepreneur / you know, whatever art type artist. Yeah, it's very interesting the things that occur, you know, and it's always wonderful. I love it. Like, it's so like, it's so exciting. It's so exciting to me, you know. So yes. Yeah, I love drawing, man. I love drawing, you know, too. So, and I hope you guys can join me, you know, join me on the trip as we trip, you know. Yeah, I'd love to have you guys aboard, you know, this barge. We're heading south. Yeah, so no, I'm really glad you decided to, you know, stop in and check out what I'm doing. As I said, I've drawn more zombies than anyone on Earth, and I'm doing it right now, live, for you all. And if you could, I would love it. If you could subscribe to the channel. That'd be just so sweet. And I thank you in advance for doing so. And in doing so, it does help me, you know, achieve a higher spot in the algorithm streams, those algorithm streams, and, you know, get me in front of more eyes, man. I'd love to, you know, hopefully reach more people, and yeah, entertain, maybe teach a little bit, expound advice, perhaps, things of that nature. You know, I'm glad to do it. I'd much rather, you know, someone at least realize that there is that contingency ahead of them in this process is enough to help them prepare for it, type of thing. And that's something, you know, I never got to do, of course, because, you know, you're doing it first, right? So anyway, yeah, I love to be able to fast track folks, at least, you know, make them aware of the things, you know, that are out there, you know, even doing conventions and stuff like that, Or you know what, man? Even just doing art for the sake of therapy, man. I'm down with that, man. That really, to me, is all you even need to do. You know, there's no pressure in doing any of it anyway. But yeah, man. Like, even if it's just for relieving the pressures of the day. You know, drawing at the end of the day or something like that, man, that really helps. You know, yeah, because you're using your mind, right, a lot, and even though you might be like, oh, you had to do that all day today, it's a different part. It's a different part of your mind, right? You know, and it's the part that will help you relax. Remember that? Remember that? What a jerk for thinking you could believe in never doing that again. No, but it's true. It's true. Drawing really helps. Doing, art therapy really does help. I can vouch for that 1,000%, man. 1,600%. 500%. So, guys, here's here's the thing. Here's the thing. I did a thing today. I posted a thing today. It's a drawing of Trump and Epstein as Trumpenstein, and they're stitched together as like a Frankenstein monster. So I posted that to Zombie Daily today. I didn't really post it around much. I didn't put it on Zombie Portraits, and I just want to say, if anybody sees that, I just want to point out I have no political agenda. I just thought it was like one of the funniest things ever, and you can't get away from it. It's all over my YouTube. It's all over my YouTube feed and everything. Like, you can't not know of it, right? And so I thought, wow, that would be such a perfect image, man, and like, it'd be so funny, so satirical. So I had to do it, and I didn't do a live stream of it or anything. So you won't see it on a live stream or anything like that. I did it behind the scenes, man. I did it behind the scenes. So if you want to see my Trumpenstein drawing, which is also a T-shirt, by the way, I put it in my T-shirt shop. Yeah, man. I don't know if that. You know what? They might go. No, we can't. You can't offer this, but they haven't said anything yet. So if you want to get a T-shirt of it, man, do it fast. Yeah. Because sometimes they take things off for weird reasons, So yeah. And again, I'm not trying to be political or anything like that. I just find it like satirical. It's a satirical current event. Hey man, I still have my Bernie Sanders mittens T-shirt up there, man. So yeah, like. It isn't about like politics or anything or anything like that. It's just about the image, having fun with it and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't care. I don't. Yeah, can't. Just doing it for the fun. Just doing it for the funs. The funniness. And if you ever wondered what a beetle pupa zombie looks like, you hit the jackpot, tiger. Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm doing right now. How about that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's some nice, descriptive details in there. And I really know what the direction of the skin and surface and stuff is. Yeah, it almost feels like there's bones underneath the wrinkled pupa body, which will be mostly cream with a little bit of blue. I already have it with a little bit of blue and red dashed in there, and let spread on the wet cream. Yes. That's where I'm headed, folks. I'm headed for putting some blue and red splotches on some wet cream. And here we go. Here we go. Oh, me arm. Yeah, everything hurts. Everything. Everything is not good. Nothing is good. Yeah, even drawing is a bit of a... You have to just... You know what? It's just one of those things, right? It's like... you don't realize how much... You use that arm? Yeah, no, I do. But... I do realize how much I use that arm. But, yeah, with that being a little pain in the arse right now. And it just, like, every time I think it's healing and, oh, it's better, it's like, whammo. It hurts even worse. You know? Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm going to do the whole thing cream. I think I'm going to, and then I'm going to add the red, because there's some red in this. In the head, I think. Or orange, actually. But I'm going to brown it up a bit. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to actually do all of it like that. He will have multiple... And that's the thing. He's got multiple, like, sort of mouths. So he's a mutated sort of zombie grub. So goodness knows what he's going to turn into. Well, you know, as he matures, man. Yeah, if he's this, you know, insanely mutated zombie, like, who knows what he's gonna, you know, open into, you know, gestate into. Yeah. Gotta think of those things. Gotta think of those things. Gotta think of those things, man. Yeah. Gotta think of those things. Backstory. Yeah, even for a pupa. Backstory, man, it helps. It helps to, you know, it helps to realize the thing that you're doing better, right? Giving it that backstory. How did it become that thing? You know? I always stress that, you know? Because I think it's such an important aspect of creating stuff, you know? Of drawing. And especially when you're drawing, like, you know, you're making stuff up as you go along. It's based on, you know, a study. As most of the zombie stuff that I do is, it's based on, like, you know, study of real life. You know, a life drawing. So, but in a photo, as a photo, you know, or a scan or whatever. Because most of the stuff, obviously, the reference I use, you know, comes from online. But man, I used to use magazines. Yeah, I used to, like, there was tons of magazines, like men's entertainment type magazines, like Stuff and Maxim. Yeah, I used to have tons of those. And they were good because they were a great treasure trove for, like, clip art that I could, you know, zombify and stuff. You know, great reference, right? So I used those magazines, but then the internet came around, you know, and I was in one of those magazines, actually. What was it? I think it was Stuff, which, like, I think they were all owned by the same company. Because I think a company in Europe that had a magazine called FHM, I think I heard owned all of them. But anyway, they were all these different magazines. They're all focused on men's sort of general life, like interests, you know, sports, fitness, yeah, kind of general stuff, right? But yeah, I don't think you see those anymore. Maybe Men's Fitness is still around. I don't know. I don't know what's out there anymore, you know. But sorry guys. You know what? I literally have to use this arm to pick up my coffee. And pick it up I shall. This one is worthy! Yay! This one is worthy! Yay! Picked it up. I picked up my coffee. Picked it up. I picked up my coffee. There. Sounds, musics. I'm always being creative, man. I'm always being creative. Like, I could be drawing and then, like, you know, think of other things like music, man. You know, and then just drop a beat and then do stuff right in my studio. I'm always being creative, man, you know? Can't stop it, man. and then the blue. But how come normally that would have been still wet, but it isn't for some strange reason, and now I have to deploy this to have it assimilate into the bulbous part of the insect here. Okay, there we go. I think that's kind of good. I think that's kind of good. But then I wanted to put some glue in there. Oh yeah, I'm trying to think how I can bend my arm, but then every time I move it, it hurts. It's not necessarily bending it or straightening it. It's just when I move it. So yeah, putting some blue in there, tarnishing it up. What's in there? What's in there? Is he creating more grubs as a grub? You know, how mutated is this thing? You know, so yeah. Questions we ask ourselves as we draw, as we create, you know, as we create the thing that we're doing, you know, because I saw it and I was like, yes, I have to zombify this, angle, like especially too, because I love the angle, and that's the thing, like, you know. Trying to find a suitable photo to use as reference is also a difficulty sometimes, because, you know, you have to find the right angle and that too, that, you know, that works best, you know, so you have to find a really good photo, and sometimes it's hard to find that, I find, you know. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that there, but I think I'm going to use, you know what, there. I'm going to make his head and those tendrils more orange, but bloody, like what's that? Like a blood orange, you know? Yeah. But yes, I like that. There is the zombie giant beetle grub, as it is in its just painted and drawn form. So I haven't inked it yet, of course. And then there's a little bit more painting there's a couple more washes to do, maybe one or two. Excuse me, and then we can start inking it. But in the meantime, I've really got to get on these zombie pinup divas, man. Yes, if you've ever wanted to see a pinup girl as a zombie, what they look like after death and resurrection and reanimation, you have definitely hit the jackpot with Zombie Daily and these live streams, because I do these zombie pinup divas on live streams all the time. It's one of the biggest series I've got on Zombie Daily, with almost 1,100. There'll be 1,100 of these posted by Halloween, and yes, I really enjoy doing these a lot. You know, these are very therapeutic to do, you know, because a lot of nice sort of free detail and foliage and stuff in the backgrounds, and, you know, everything's already established, so I can kind of just go crazy, you know, and do it at a nice pace and finish them, you know. So once I have the pinup drawn and, you know, well drawn and everything, then I can sort of do the finishes, and that's fun. And then this is one of the, I just drew it from scratch during a live stream. I think the last live stream I started doing this. This is just like a giant hulking zombie, and yeah, like I don't know, just started to mess around and maybe make him like a demonic zombie or something. I don't know, kind of just noodling around, So that was fun too, and I've got a couple of those, I think. Yeah, more zombie pinups. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness. Yes, more and more. Yeah, 3 more. That's right. So guys, I'm always like super busy. And yeah, I've got a poster to do, and yeah, I've got. Oh, you know what? I've got this guy to finish. Yeah, another zombie pinup. Another zombie pinup I gotta do. Okay, that one's almost finished. I think I might do that. So I'm gonna finish this. And then I'm going to finish this. And then we'll work on the grub some more. Okay, yeah. So inking. Yes. Yeah, this is fun. I always love inking. Especially something fun like this. This is more of like of an overdoing it with the effects type drawing, lots of blood and gore and like over the top viscera, yeah, mouth ripped open, face ripped off type of thing, of course, right? So, man, when I was even in grade school, that's how I would entertain like the other kids with drawings like this, and they would, I'd be like, what do you guys want me to draw? And they would go like, draw a guy's head explode, or like, I was going to do all these like crazy gore drawings, So I really enjoyed doing that actually when I was a kid in grade school, and I think that's another component to how I became, the zombie guy, man. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you're just tuning in, guys, I'm Rob Cicchetto, welcoming you to my studio where I do zombie art for a living. I invented zombie portraits way back in 2006, and I wrote the zombie handbook, wrote and drew the zombie handbook, now in its second printing, translate to Spanish as well. So that was a huge thing too. And by the way, I've drawn more zombies than anyone else on planet Earth. And you can check that out for a fact on Zombie Daily, where all of my zombie art gets posted. And you can see it all there. And it's a crazy amount. Yeah. I'm doing one right now for the page. Yes, this is just, again, from scratch. Just started drawing it as I go. Image of a zombie. Ow. My arm is in a tensor bandage. I can barely move it. I apologize. I apologize for my immobility. Not as nimble on the live streams as I usually am. Yes. Hope you guys had a great week. It's Friday night. I'm rotting it up in the studio. Can you smell what the Rob is rotten? Decay artist. Yes, I love the beauty of decay, rot. It's very interesting and fun to draw and experience, especially, obviously in nature when you go to, you go into the bush and you see, logs and things and like rotting logs and stuff like that, and the stuff that grows on them and around them and things of that nature, like, it is literally nature going back into itself, providing itself with, more nutrients and cyclical balance, man. But it's true. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. The things that thrive off the death of something. Also, so many ways to look at that. So many ways to look at that. And again, when you see it, like, it's so beautiful and textured and varied and fungus and mushrooms and all sorts of weird tendrils and and insects too, like, little super small, almost like pinhead size, like mites, like little yellow mites, things like that, like within the wood, and like all that stuff is just so fascinating, right? So, if you can experience that, man, like, go out into the woods and experience some of that stuff. It really helps, you draw that, and bring out a sketchbook too while you're at it, and why not draw that? You draw some of it, or photograph it and draw it later from your photograph, There's so many ways you can do art and draw from life, and then from that you can do obviously whatever it is that you want in terms of imagination and message and communication, basically, because that's what it is, man. It's communication. Art is communication. So you want to convey a message, a story, a feeling, whatever it is. That's what you should always kind of keep in mind. At least that's what I think. Otherwise, what? I don't know what. Unless your gimmick is letting go and blah blah blah. Not the exact opposite of that. Okay, sure, but you only get one shot at that. You only get one shot at that argument. Then I'm afraid the deal is null and void. But yeah, those are just thoughts and opinions. How could that go wrong? Mushroom cloud. The humanity. There, we got some nice zombie stuff going on there. Yeah, he's all like dead and stuff. Yeah, that's a pretty fine zombie. It's a pretty fine zombie. Awful. -5 stars. There. Oh, oof. Yeah, that's gonna leave him work. Well, I'm glad you guys could stop in tonight. I hope that you dig the banter and art so darn much that you subscribe and perhaps help me elevate the viewership by touching and tingling those algorithms the right way, giving them what they want, need, bowing down, if you will. But I would really love it if you subscribe to the channel, of course, and check out Zombie Daily. I put on a very secretive bonus post today. I didn't share it a lot because of the subject matter. So that is the bonus post today on Zombie Daily. So check that out, and then the main post, the main zombie post, is Bill Moseley. from I believe the last two live streams that we did. So what does Bill Moseley look like as a zombie? Find out in those episodes. Yeah, you know. I actually gave him a bit more of a character too. I kind of did his zombie portrait with a sort of country, like a western rather, vibe to it. Because there's no background; it's just sheer light, right? So anyway, you have to see it. You have to see it. So check it out. That link is in the description below this video, I believe. In the description for sure. The link is there. The link to buy the t-shirt that I secretly put on today, if you want. And remember, I have no... It's an absolutely satirical image, and nothing more. So don't look into it too deeply. Okay? There's nothing there. Nothing. It's just like a perfect joke. So, if you want to check that out, by all means, go to the Zombie Daily. Yeah. And take a peek. And tell me that ain't funny. I don't care who you are. I think that's just hilarious. So that was Zombie Daily today. A big day. That Bill Moseley zombie portrait is very cool. I think I really love the way it turned out. So if you dig, man, if you even dig Devil's Rejects or Bill Moseley himself or zombie art, horror movies, man, all that stuff, man. Those are all great reasons to check out Zombie Daily today. Yeah, especially for that, obviously for that Bill Moseley, that little Bill Moseley rendition I did today. Yeah, or posted today. But y'all saw me draw it in the last two live streams. So I believe I started it in the first. I started all four in the first, and then almost got them finished in the second installment, part two. I think is when I kind of finished them. For the most part, like I think there was a little bit left to do on some of them, but not much. But yeah, I'm putting them on rather. I guess in the next couple days I'll put the rest of them on so you can see the rest of them. The four main guests for this year's CreatureCon. Yeah, so don't miss that. Do not miss that. That is that's crucial. It's crucial, I tells you. Yeah, I'll be there too. Me. I would like to thank myself. Heel wrestling promos, man. I always wanted to do. I think a friend of mine and I always used to do like heel wrestling promos, or at least like do ones that were done, like, recall them and do the voices and stuff. That was so fun. Yeah. Heel wrestling promos. I got a concussion in my thumb. Yeah. Fun times. But yes, I'm going to add more color here. Oh yeah, it's the whole thing, eh? Yeah. And then this too. But not the right. Okay. I'm talking to myself. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Right? It's me. There. Yeah. How about that? Get up on that. Yeah. Nice red, evil color for the grub upper body. Zombie monster. This one's got it all, folks. An insect zombie grub. Yeah. Why not? And why not? Right? Because we can do anything. That's such the beauty of, that's the beauty of comics, man. Like, oh, what's the budget? Who cares? It's all drawing, right? Like, you just draw it. You don't have to create it, computer generate it, anything. You just draw it, So even if you're paying the artist, $1,000, $2,000 a page, it's still cheaper than doing a movie or anything else. And you know what? You can always animate that after too, in whichever way you want to do it, Actually, I think I actually did. Oh yes, I did something like that once. Oh my goodness. Things you remember. Oh yeah. Oh my. Wow, that was a lot of work. Oh. Yeah, that just like exploded in my brain and memory right now. Yeah. Wow, that was weird. I did this short film animation called, what was it called? Story in 6 parts, I think. And my contribution to it was drawing these ultra detailed 11 by 17 drawings. I think there was 72. There was 72. 11 by 17, mind you. Super realistic. Like I was going with photos. Like we photographed the whole thing. And then I had to illustrate it in these different styles. And like some of those styles were like super realistic. They were all like, generally realistic in a realistic style. But some were like, super realistic. And others were, a little bit sort of sketchier, for whatever reason. Because that was part of the story. Like there was a part where there's a little boy in a forest, and there's trees all around him and leaves on the ground. So I had to draw that in every like 11 by 17 panel, that was being used for the film. So yeah, that was a lot of work, man. Oh my cripes. Yeah. I should find a couple of those sheets for you guys to see. If you guys want me to do an episode where I just show you some of my old art, stuff that I never used. If you think that I have a lot of art now, you should see all the stuff that I haven't used. Like, it would shatter your mind. Yeah. And some people have seen it, and it's like seeing Lecter's basement, man. Like, some people have seen some of it, not even all of it. And it's like, no. Yeah. So, if you want me to show you some of that stuff, leave a comment letting me know, and I'll hook you guys up. There's so much, man. There's so much. Yeah. And I mean, obviously, we're not going to do it in one sitting. That would be insanity. Yeah, you'd probably lose your mind. You probably would. If anybody would want to try Lose Your Mind Challenge, take you into the abyss. Yeah. Take you into the Artibus. The Artibus. Take you into my Artibus. Hold you in my Artibus. Yeah, it's, you think it's a crazy world out there. It's a crazy world in here. We are drawing a zombie pupa from a giant beetle, and we're doing it as if he were a zombie, as if he contracted. There's the word. So many words. I got the best words, but so many. Contracted the zombie virus, or it was an environmental sort of like a dangerous spill or something, or just a factory's been leaching, lead and other components into the water for decades, and all of the insects are dying, but they're coming back, and some of them are actually like turning into zombies mid, pupa state. So yeah, and then like what are they growing into too, right? So yeah, man, this is where I'm sort of taking that concept. It's like the prophecy. You know that old chestnut, man, like the prophecy. That weird natural disaster or whatever, and then that bear creature with it's all gory and stuff. It's a great movie. Like, it's fun. It's like a campy movie. That kind of idea, right? So yes, that's where my headspace is for this insect series entry, the pupa of the giant beetle. So yeah, kind of channeling those thoughts. So yeah. If y'all want to know, the thing is, I get asked a lot about where do you get not where do you get the ideas. I've actually never heard that, I don't think. But how do you stay motivated, rather? And it's it's easy. It's so easy for me, because there's so much stuff to draw. There's so much stuff to draw. And there's so many ways to draw it. And there's so many things to create. It's true, though. It's true. That's how I look at stuff. And I'm like, okay, what's the backstory for this creature, So this is like one of those, nature gone wrong, man contaminates nature type stories. I think that totally fits. And yeah, that's the kind of visual I'm going for too, right? Establishing that for the visual is really important to me. Yeah, so we're doing some nice fine inking. Yeah, nice inking. I'm going to leave that sort of... Yeah, it does have an alien feel to its head. Right? Yeah, it does have an alien... Oops, it's still wet over there. It kind of has an alien feel to it, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. Yeah. You know what? I really didn't plan this. This is literally how it's. I'm just creating this as I go. So yeah. It does have a real big time alien, and now almost a Predator vibe because it's got these things. These mandibles, the mandible claws. Yeah. Yeah. There. Yeah, I like that. There. I think I'm going to cut that off a little bit. Yeah, there's a little... I have to... You know what? I'm going to do that right now. Right now. So we got this done earlier. We got this one done. Yeah. Yeah, I would do the noises too. I would do the noises. And I remember my buddy, one of my friends, great friends, when I'd be drawing, he'd be like, "Oh, draw this," and then I'd be drawing, and he'd be like, "Ah!" Like making the noise of the guy, burning or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, kids today, 40 years ago. So there we go. There's a nice zombie for you. Yeah. Now getting back to this. How could this still be damp? Getting back to this. Guys, check out Zombie Daily every day for your daily dose of the undead. I post new zombie art on the page every single day, most of which, or should I say all of which, come from these live streams and more. Because take today, for example, I posted a secret drawing on there on the Patreon on the Zombie Daily page. So I posted a secret. I didn't share it very many places at all. I gave it a low profile, but I did do a T-shirt of it. So if you want to get a T-shirt of it, it's in the. That's also in the link below. You'll find or description below. You'll find the link for that T-shirt. Rather, I don't know how long it's going to last on that page. They might take it down for whatever reason. So if you order one, get it soon, because I have a feeling that they might do that. Yeah, I might even fight it this time. I might even say like, hey, this is purely satire, has nothing to do with anything, type of thing. So they might not believe me, but whatever. But yeah, check out the secret art. I didn't share too many places today, or often, or made much ballyhoo about it. But then, also on Zombie Daily today, that was just a bonus post, is what I'm talking about. That's just the start. A mystery, and a story just to start. The next thing I posted was the Bill Moseley zombie portrait that I did of him for CreatureCon this year. Yeah, man, that drawing I'm really happy with. I think it turned out great. I hope you guys dig it. Check it out. That too is on, of course, Zombie Daily and zombieportraits.com. If you want to check that out, check it out. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Why didn't you? But for reals, it's art. It's art. It's zombie art. It's art. It's art. It's zombie art. And what's wrong with a little zombie art? What's wrong with everything zombie? There, drawing this zombie giant beetle larva. Yes, you heard me. Where else? Where else are you going to see that? Where else are you going to see that? You know how hard it is to create tags for that? Yes, I'm doing giant giant beetle larva zombie art. Yes. 4, a little old site, little old page I call Zombie Daily. It's on my Patreon. Check it out, guys. More zombie art than you could possibly imagine in one sitting. Man, massive portfolio. If you dig looking at artists' work from, many years of doing like illustration and stuff like that, and commercial work and everything else, yeah, check it out. And man, it's a never ending page of delights, So yes, from the zombie pinups to zombie Pokemon to like every other thing on Earth, kaiju, Godzilla monsters, Lego minifigs, zodiac signs, like just name anything, and it's like, I've got that. I've drawn that as a zombie. Yes. Sprained me arm, and man, is it ever coming back with a vengeance. Yeah. Anyway, it's a little bit of a pain in the arse, but I'm powering through. Yeah, I'm really digging this, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. This is a giant beetle larva as a zombie for the zombie insect series that you can see most all of currently on Zombie Daily. So check that out. And man, there's many cool zombie insects from the series already on there, of course. And this one will be coming soon. A bonus post was added today, and the main post is a knockout. Check it out. I really love how it turned out. And if you can, it would be so awesome if you could subscribe to the channel. You knew that was coming. It's true, though. It's true. It's true, though. But it is. It would really help, guys, and I'd be very grateful. I actually did a shout out to you guys, fans, subscribers to the channel today on, I think, Facebook too, with a post today. Just saying, wow, over the 400 threshold, on to 5, man, and hopefully you guys see more of me. I hope to be out there drawing more and showing you more drawings in the studio here. So yes. Philip Gandy, hello, man. How's it going? Shout out to Philip. Philip's watching. How are you, Philip? I hope you had a great week. Glad you made it in for a little bit of drawing stuff, drawing things, drawing zombies, of course. Yes, that was really good. Just what I needed. Just what I needed. Just what I needed. Poor Rick Ocasek. You know what? That guy passed away like fairly recently from the cars. And to little note, there was not that much. I don't remember hearing much about his passing, and I thought he was like kind of a music legend, But man, I used to love the Cars, man. Yeah. A great band. Music talk now. Yes, I want to talk about music now. I want to do what I want to do. We can talk about what you guys want to talk about. It's okay. No, it's okay.
It's okay.
I want to do what I want to do. So we are doing a zombie larva of a giant beetle as a zombie. If you've ever wondered what that looks like, this is as close as you're gonna get. If you've always wondered what a larva from a giant beetle looks like as a zombie, look no further. Here we go. You know, I miss saying those words. I would say those words, here we go, when I would do caricatures, and to get the person like to sort of not move, I would do the little countdown, and then they would like stop. You know, they would stop moving, type of thing, and hold a pose for a bit while I did them as a zombie caricature. Yeah, so I did zombie caricatures. Gotta keep it zombie. Gotta keep it real. So I do rather zombie caricatures. So those are so much fun, you know. And so yeah, that would be my little countdown. Here we go, and then I would start. And for the most part, people are pretty good. They kind of behave. You know what I mean? Yeah, for the most part, I think people kind of hold the pose. And it's like, you know what? Just hold the pose. You don't have to like smile or anything. Like the blanker you look, the better you are as a zombie. So give me nothing. And people are just fine with that, because while I'm doing them, they can kind of drift off. You know what I mean? And think about their day. So yeah, it's a win-win. Thing. But yeah, doing zombie caricatures, man. I love doing those. They're always like, they always, kind of bring me anxiety, because I don't do them so often that I'm not in the groove sometimes to do them. So if you don't find yourself right away, sometimes it's tough to find yourself doing that. You know what I mean? Like you have to kind of work yourself into it, then go, oh yeah, okay, now I remember how to do these. And kind of do it with more confidence. But man, yeah. So I love having a little bit of that. I don't want to call it anxiety in a bad way, but whatever you want to call it. Like to me, it's a motivator. It keeps me humble. I'm not going to kind of sit there and go, yeah, I'm the best thing in the universe. I can do anything, and this, that, the other thing, and then choke, because I don't have that confidence for a lot of things. And even if I did, I wouldn't, do that, say that or anything, But, yeah, like sometimes getting back to a type of art style is humbling, man. You're like, forgot how to do this, or can't believe I used to do this, type of stippling or cross-hatching or whatever, So yeah, sometimes going back to that is not the best. Like I haven't done a straight up pet portrait in a seemingly a long time. So I'm like, man, when the next one of those come, like I'm really gonna regard it as like, I will do my super best, because having that knowledge really helps, right? And working on something like that when you're most fertile in the brain for that kind of stuff is sometimes the best thing, So I'll do a little bit of preliminary work to get myself in the groove, before I start doing another new pet portrait, which I love doing those. I love doing straight up pet portraits, man. It's a test of your mettle. Like it's a test of your mettle, and I feel, and I always feel I have something to prove, And I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I always feel like I have to do better than me, I don't know what anybody else does. I don't know anyone's schedule, or I don't know how anyone's work ethic or work day looks like. You know, if you're a comic book artist, I have no idea how you manage that. You know, I'm not saying, oh, I could never manage that. I'm just saying I don't know how you like manage that job in your day, like how you do it. You know, I don't know how long a page takes. I don't know anything. I just know for me, things take this long, and I try to, you know, either, you know, speed up the process so that it's like more streamlined, or augment something that maybe is unnecessary. Look for things like that. But you know, if everything there is kosher, if everything there is like, you know, oh no, I like that there, then leave it. You know, because sometimes time, you're not really like, I'm in particular for this type of art. I'm not trying to hit a deadline necessarily. I'm just trying to do the most I can, you know. So if if a job comes in where it's like, oh, I need a zombie portrait, I put these on the shelf immediately and work on that zombie portrait. Like these are almost a luxury, you know, to me. But I do have to get them. I do have to get like at least one done a day every day, you know, because that's for Zombie Daily, right? So that's my thing. Like I have to keep that kind of schedule. Oh, I have to keep that kind of schedule, right? So no matter how much work comes in, you know, having a few like in the can, like, you know, is a really good thing. Because if I get super busy, you know, yeah, I won't be able to meet the deadlines of Zombie Daily, and that's letting you guys down, and I don't want to do that. Plus, it's going against my promise, man, you know. So, my promise is Zombie Daily every day. And mind you, I've got tons of stuff that like old stuff that used to be on the old Zombie Daily to post. Like old stuff that hasn't been seen anywhere. So I'm, you know, I could also be adding that either as daily posts or bonus posts. But anyway, I'll think about what to do about that. But yeah, there's a lot of older like drawings that aren't around anymore because that other page doesn't exist. So yeah. But anyway, if you guys want to see more art, like if you want to see more art, if you want to see stuff that I never, I didn't think was good enough to sort of publish or print, and stuff that I've never shown, oh, and so much more. Like there's so much more stuff. Like there's so much more art. Yeah, if you want an episode of that, I could show you some of my older stuff, you know. If you want to see that in the next couple of live streams, I could show you what's up with my old art. Yeah, and I've got like whole comics worth of stuff, like whole comics. Like I did Cape Fear 2, 3, you know, maybe even 4. In its entirety, but I'm like, no, I don't like it. I had to scrap it and rewrite it and everything. Like that was after inking. That was after inking. Yeah, it was done, and I was like, no, not good enough, man. Yes, that's the insanity. Sometimes I don't know if that's healthy or I don't know what that is, but like I've had friends come over and look at that stuff and go, You're not using this? What? You know? Like thinking I'm mad. And I am. I am. But yes. If you want to see some of that stuff, guys, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it up on an episode. Let me know. Yard. Spider-Man, yard. Okay, Okay, I'm gonna go for some more. He's going for more coffee. Get him. Ugh. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Yeah, he's got a film about him. He's got a film. Ow. He's got a membrane, rather. Membrane. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, I like the way this is turning out. Hope you guys dig it. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to add a nice highlight. I'm going to add a nice highlight. You know what? I'm going to add, like, I'm going to put almost like intestines floating inside of them, and maybe even a skeleton. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that looks almost human enough, right? So. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to put a nice highlight in there. Like a nice sort of shine. It's got a nice shine to it. And there's more kind of like veins. And you know what? I'm going to put a blue vein in there. Yeah, I'm going to use a marker to put a blue vein in there. Yeah, or pale like pale watercolor, pale blue watercolor. Yeah. It's the blue sensation. Okay. Yeah, putting the intestines in there. Pretty clever. Yeah, no, I mean, you know what? You almost that almost seems like it, like, you know, it's already in there. There's all kinds of goopy stuff in there, or veiny, weird sacs, you know, inside that. What do you call it? What do you call that in a larva? I don't know. For all intensive purposes. Let's call it the tail sac. Tail sac. But it's not a tail. But a sac at the end of the body. Call it a tail sac. But yeah, we'll put a nice highlight in there. Make it look all ready to pop. Yeah. And then couple of more little details. Yeah, we might just finish this tonight. How'd you like that delivery? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look what I did. I did this. I put very subtle worm tapeworms in there. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you kind of forget. Yeah, well, you know what? When you're going like at a certain speed in penciling, you're kind of like getting ideas down and laying them there, and then hoping that you pick them up later on. Sometimes, if they're not completely and fully realized, at least there's a little bit of an indication of where that part might go, you know. And I know that that might sound weird, but you're putting down little visual cues for yourself. So you know, when you're inking, you could go back and go, oh, okay, well maybe I can, maybe I can interpret it that way. That would look great for that little line there to describe what's inside of that, balloon or sack or whatever. So anyway, like you try to pick the line weight, the line shape, and all that stuff that goes best for that idea. Works best for that idea. So yeah, but I've been really sort of getting on this really highly underground, almost detail oriented art style. I'm really enjoying it. I think it really works well with the brighter colors too. People can really pick up on the detail and see the details and stuff like that. And I don't mean just detail, but like some of the hatching and things like that. The lines that create the tone. And again, in my book, not necessarily detail, but more technique. Detail is like Jeff Darrow, man. Like that cat's all detail, man. You want to look at detailed art. So there we go. We got some nice zombie beetle larvae. What would happen? What would happen if there was some sort of engineering accident or something, a chemical spill and things and circumstances and, a beetle grub started mutating into a zombie, like a zombie mutant creature. Great premise for a, movie. It's kind of obviously that trope's been done in terms of movies before, but man, there's so many angles you can take with that, right? And even doing it as a remake, so to speak, it doesn't really even have to be a remake. It's just a different story with that kind of premise. But I'm sure, if Hollywood is doing it, it would be, based on that movie specifically, The Prophecy. Yeah, that's got some cachet. Lots of weird, unsung horror movies that sort of go under the radar. The internet was true. There's movies I haven't seen. There's 10 horror movies I haven't seen. What are you, 12? Yes, I have seen it. I own it. Love these titles. 10 horror movies you've never seen. There. What do y'all think of that? Right. He's got almost crab-like arms. They've got those little knobs on them. Yeah, they have to get it gobla. Knobs, K-knobs on them. Little bumps, and then whatever the hell these are, little ones growing out, these guys, these little fellas here, yeah. Okay. There, I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Should I put that blue vein in there? I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna do it. See what happens. No sudden movements. Yeah, it comes out of nowhere. Love that. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that. I think that looks good. Yeah. The blue veins on the outer part, you know? Between, like, within that membrane, right? So doing that with marker, yet another art tool enters the chamber. So now, in order to make the image pop a little more, I'm going to put a nice thick heavy holding line on everything here and wrap it up that way, and then put the highlights on, and then we got ourselves a new zombie drawing of the evening, man, that we just did right now. So how long does it take for you to do one of these? So hour and a half, 2 hours. So that's how long it takes me to do one of these. One of these. But you see, that's the thing. Like, every one of these is different, right? So each one takes a different amount of time. It's usually the complexity that takes the greatest amount of time, of course. But this one seems like it's very detailed and all that stuff, but complex? No, it doesn't. It's not really that complex. Like a transformer is complex. A lot of literal moving parts in there, right? Like, I don't think I've ever done a zombie transformer. I thought, if somebody wants to order one as a custom, I'll do it. But I don't think I'm gonna just start doing all the transformers as zombies, because that seemed like maybe the cartoon versions, man. But I'm not doing those. I ain't doing those bloody movie versions, man. Yeah, ain't got time for that. Maybe one day. I'm already talking myself into it. Idiot! Stop it, can't ya? Ever. It's true. It's true. Adding some details and some holding lines. I think the details are pretty much finished for the most part, but the holding lines, on the other hand, and these really help to sort of clarify the image too. Along with popping the image from the page, they go a long way. Having that holding line there goes a long way to clarifying, things too. So yes, I like using the heavy holding line for these types of drawings, and even in the comics, that's kind of where I developed or learned that technique from, or learned that well, I guess idea. I guess it is a technique. Yeah, adding the heavy holding line, It's maybe more unique to illustration or comic book art. I think. I don't know. I'm sure. Like it's definitely used in other things, but where its origins are, I'm not sure. Damn it! But I'm smart. Not dumb, like people say. Not dumb. Not doing much for your case there, Fredo. Not dumb like people say. I'm smart. There we go. Oh my goodness. Yes, not having a great time with the arm. The arm, spraining the arm. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that is awful. That is awful. I'm not digging that. That is starting to impede progress. No, it really is. I've got a lot of stuff to do, and I need my left arm to work. Yeah, I sprained it like a dum-dum, and made it worse and worse and worse just by total accidental and stupid things. So yes, my arm is in a Steve Austin. Yeah, brace. Yeah. There. And we're gonna add a little bit of. I can do that with one hand. One hand. I'm gonna add a little bit of a nice shine to the proceedings. Yes. How about that? You know? And then this. Samey. Yeah. To sort of, make it look more cold and calculating and evil. Doesn't care about you, just wants to eat you. So yeah, those little highlights in there really sort of pop it. And again, they make the whole reason why they're kind of in there too is to make it look like it's a really fat to bursting almost creature, insect, zombie creature, insect thing. Yeah. So putting those indicators in there with the line. Yeah. Putting those highlight indicators where they have to sort of go really helps give that surface a real texture, right? Like it's about to burst. You could almost feel that, so yeah. That's what that's what you're sort of thinking, right? When you're drawing, but wash your hands though after. Things like that, just to get a feel for what they are, so you can draw things better. Nature is such a great provider of that, stimulus that really helps. So yes, do that. It really will increase the believability of your art. Tenfold, man. Really an unknown amount. You could end up being like, Robert Bateman, man. That Robert Bateman dude, the guy did those super realistic nature drawings. I think he's Canadian. Yeah, so, who knows, man. You might end up wanting to do that. You might discover that's where you want to go. That's what you want to do. You want to do realistic, nature art like that. You never know what you'll find when you look. You'll never know what you'll find until you look. Yeah, and there we go. I think that is pretty much done. I really like it. I think it works well. Works well. There. Yeah. How about that, guys? Cool? Just adding a little bit more shape, shadow in there. The hatching lines help showing the direction and surface tension of the skin there, you know, as they do here, which I really enjoy. I really like this. It's like, you know, it almost looks like it's under his, like under a little shelf of bone even, you know, like that ridge. Yeah, and you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Where is it? Here we go. I'm going to put a little bit of gray in there, and make it even more so. Time to move your torso. Time to move the torso. Oh, it's time to move the torso. Words. Guys, I hope you're having a great time. I hope you had a great week. It's Friday. Happy we all made it. I'm ending the week with a bang and twist. doing some zombie insect art. Most notably, this giant beetle larva. Giant beetle larva. Doing that. And now I'm going to use my heavy hitter. Hot spots. Yeah, this one, I really like these. I hope they keep making them, you know. But that's the thing with art, man. I kind of worry about that. I'm like, you know, are they even going to still make this stuff? You know, I have to think about those things. Like next time I see them, am I going to buy like 100 of them, or you know? Because people won't be using. Why on earth would you need this anymore? I hate to even say that, but it's true. Like, I don't even know why you would have this anymore. You know? Yeah. It's weird, and I kind of think about those things, you know. Because then what am I going to use? I have to figure something else out. You know. Yeah, keeps me up at night. Oh God! But no, sometimes I do worry about that. I'm like, you know, what if they don't make the pens I use anymore? You know, I'll find something else. But then what if that goes? Like, I mean, you know, there's no end in sight. It's true. And yes, this thing is incredibly hairy. Yeah, gross. Yeah, and I'm not even doing the hair justice. It's really, like, I'm trying to tone down the hair on it. But man, it had a lot of hair. It had a lot of hair, man. Like the actual, you know, the actual grub I used as a reference. You know. So yeah, I toned it down a little bit to sort of put more emphasis on, you know, the head and the arms and stuff, and yeah, but yeah, there. And again, like that is very like alien like, right? So I'm sure Geiger got a bit of inspiration from insects, having that really shiny head and the eyes almost part of the head and like just little cracks and things, fissures here and there, out to indicate anything else. Elongate that, man. Boom, you've got an alien on your hands. That's brilliant, Oh yeah, that's so good. Yeah, so there we go. I think that one's done, guys. I'm gonna add my little name to it there. I can put it on the fridge with a magnet. That's Rob Sachetto. That is Rob Sachetto. 2025. Next year is the 20th anniversary of Zombie Portraits. Guys, get a zombie portrait. What are you waiting for? It's not too late. I'm still alive. I can still do it for you. Yes, I would love to do that for you guys. That would be great. Just go to zombieportraits.com. It's that simple. And order yourself a zombie portrait. Couples, single. You can inquire about group rates. Because yes, I do more than one or two zombies at a time. In fact, I think the most I did in a family zombie portrait was 9. Might have been more with pets. Because I'm counting people. I always count pets too, but I think without pets, there was 9 people in it, and it was on a beach. Oh yeah, that was nuts. But man, I've done many more family zombie portraits. So and huge ones too, huge. Yeah, giant ones, 20 by 30 ones. That's pretty much the biggest I can go is 20 by 30. And man, that's a big area. That's a large area. If you're talking about drawing people in there, and zombifying them and stuff like that, putting those kinds of details. I put the kinds of details I do here into that 20 by 30, and this is like an 8.5 by 11. So yeah, they take a long time, but again, they're so rewarding, and oh my goodness, the family loves it, and I just love doing those. Weddings too. I've done so many wedding zombie portraits. Yeah, and so many interesting ones too. Like one with a dinosaur skeleton in the background, like they were at a museum, and an Elvis impersonator. Oh yeah, so many. At a ball game. Oh man, there were so many. I could go on and on and on. But I love doing zombie portraits, man. I really loved. I'm so glad I literally invented the process, the service back in 2006, and a friend of mine, sort of saw it and said, "Hey, let's try it out. I'll build you a website, and let's see how it goes." And within seemingly moments, I was inundated with as many zombie portraits as you could possibly count. It was relentless, and we were picked up all over the place for magazines and newspaper articles and interviews and all kinds of stuff like that. It was crazy. So yeah, man, that happened. That was a really nutty time in my life, man. And I was working at this place that thankfully I could do work at. Like I could actually do zombie portraits, or just straight up draw at if I wanted to. It was that kind of job. So thank goodness I had that, because I would go to work with 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever zombie portraits that I was doing and work on them there. like get them prepped, like get them all the washes and draw, like, do the transfer and all that stuff. And then I would bring them to work and line them up on the counter basically and just do them. And then I get home and I was married at the time, and I would and my wife and a girlfriend of ours, were sort of trying to manage everything, and they were on the couch, and I get home and I'm like, don't even tell me how many portrait orders I have. Because if I know the number, I won't be able to mentally prepare for it. So I just, I had a giant pile on my desk, and I'm like, I just started at them, So that was crazy. I'll never forget that, man. I'm like, don't even tell me. Don't. That'll mentally kill me if I know how many. You know what I mean? But it was only because I had no idea it would blow up so much, and become such a hit, and we had no idea, and I didn't even think things worked that way, So that was mighty nuts. That was crazy and wonderful at the same time, because, man, it really got me to work fast, work very, very fast. I was even still learning to paint with watercolor at the time, and here I am trying to figure out how to do plaid shirts. I'm like, how do I do that? And I'm like, okay, if I look at it long enough, I'll figure it out. And I looked at it and I'm like, okay, it's got a base color I could do, and then this, and then use pencil crayon for that white part and that yellow part, so I could put it right on top of the blue and brown. And I'm like, oh, good, I've got it. So I would, try to figure out problems color-wise or even method-wise, on the fly, So yeah, it was crazy. It was what a gigantic learning experience that was, So, but we never prepared. We couldn't prepare for that sort of response. It was loco, man. And you know what? The thing too, a few months later, I went to my friend and I said, is there any other way I can get more orders or get more people, get out there and show more people my stuff or art or whatever? I go, what do people do to promote themselves? Him being the, first of all, awesome friend in the universe. He used his mighty brain and was like, okay, it's this is what we'll do. I'll step on the gas, is what he would say. You need me to step on the gas? Then he would, and I'd get a couple more orders. So I don't know what he did, but I'm sure he put me on Reddit pages and stuff like that, and then people would, get more, Even though I was inundated with orders, I was still asking for more, which is insane. But then I'm like, what else can I do to promote and get out there and blah, blah, blah? I said, what do people do to do that? And he's like, well, there's a guy, for example, who's got Monster a day or something. And he draws a monster and blah, blah, blah. Whatever the gimmick was for that page. But all I kind of heard was monster a day. So I'm like, if this guy's doing a monster a day, I'm going to do a zombie a day. Meanwhile, I didn't realize that this guy was only doing that once a week or something, and it was the idea behind it was totally different from what I thought it was. I think he was creating them and then selling them there, or something. I can't remember, but I misunderstood obviously. So here I am going well, I guess I'm stuck with doing a zombie drawing a day, because that's what I said I would do. That's what the site is called. So I have to do that. And henceforth, I am still creating content for that site. And this happens to just be one of those things. Part of the Zombie Pinup Diva series, which is reaching 1,100 images this Halloween. That milestone will be Halloween. I'll be adding that one to the to Zombie Daily on Patreon, so please do check that out. Check it out every day anyway, just for daily daily new new zombie daily art, new zombie art daily. That's what the site promises, and that's what you get. Yeah. How many sites can say that? How many sites? How many? It delivers what it promises. Yeah. So, like I said, you can see the zombie pinups there, and many others. Zombie dinosaurs, zombie zodiac signs, zombie Pikachu or Pokemon, zombie cartoons, zombie animals, everything. Yeah, it's true. It's damn true. There. Just again riffing on some foliage for this zombie pinup drawing that will be on Zombie Daily soon. And to find Zombie Daily, check out the link in the description below this video. It's all there. Yes, and I put a rather secret. I didn't promote it like I didn't post it or promote it like I do the other stuff. But I did add it to Zombie Daily today as a bonus post. But yeah, you gotta check that out. I kind of find it funny. And the Bill Moseley zombie portrait that I've been doing, that I've been working on with you guys on the other live streams, on the last two live streams, that is actually up today too. That's the main Zombie Daily post today. So check that out. I actually really love how it turned out. I'm getting a lot of really nice positive feedback about it. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, please do check it out. It's a Bill Moseley zombie. I had sort of a Western. I gave it sort of a Western vibe, maybe. At least that's what I was kind of. That was my vibe going into doing it. And if it's apparent, great. If it isn't, still, But it's a nice sort of monochromatic. There's very little color in it. There is some. But yeah, check it out, guys. I think you'd dig it. It's very cool looking, man. Looks like something out of a Ghost Rider comic or something. It's very yeah. You know what it reminds me of? There's an artist. His name is Louis LaRosa, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. Like, man, I am not indicating that I'm anywhere near Louis LaRosa in talent, but. That's kind of the vibe again that I was sort of going for and thinking of when I was doing it. Not at first, but as I was doing it, I was like, yeah, you know what? This is kind of like his style or voice a little. Yeah, man, and I really I love his work. It's incredible. So. Yeah, shout out to Louis LaRosa, comic book artist. I think I've mentioned it before on the show. Yeah, I like to mention artists that I really admire and stuff on the show for you guys too, so you can look them up. I'm always talking about the same folks. And I'll add different folks in there too, but I will mention the same folks. So the same artists a lot for a lot of different reasons. But yeah, I encourage you to check them out too, because man, there's not only me that's out there, right? There's a lot of other artists that are great, so check them out too. I always mention them. throughout the live streams. You know, just some suggestions. You know, a lot of times they are I'm influenced by them, and you know. If you do look them up, you can actually see, oh, you know what, that looks a bit like the way Rob does that, you know? If you're that kind of like artificionado. Yeah, like, you know, even putting these little white areas within the black of this, you know, it is sort of a Mike Mignola thing. And other people too, like Ernie Chua and other artists as well. But like, you know, leaving those little black specks in there indicating the texture of the stone or whatever it is, wood, you know, over the or inside the blackness. There's those little chips, you know, little. Maybe chips out of the stone or wood or actual foliage, you know, in the shadows, whatever it is, you know, you've got those little lines in there indicating that, you know. And in here, for this, it's mostly, you know, probably the surface of the rock, you know. It's all sort of depleted or washed away, you know. But, yeah. But adding that with those, you know, thicker pens like I'm using now, yeah, you can kind of do that, right? Create that contrast. Oh, eep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my arm is not doing great at all, guys. My apologies. I'm a little slower. You know what? I'm going to use, let's see. Should I? Yes, I should do a little, yeah, heavier holding line around her as well, because she's getting engulfed by the foliage in there, and I got to make her sort of separate from it. And, yeah. So a thicker holding line adds that dimension, right? And that's why I use it. That's why I use it to create the distance as well, the illusion of distance, right? Things in the foreground have a heavier holding line, you know. That's kind of what you establish, you know. Or things on top of other things have a heavier holding line, you know. Yeah. And again, it defines the character more, defines the drawing a bit more, a bit better. So that's why I kind of do it. You know, everything kind of has a reason, right? Well, of course it does. But it should. Otherwise, why draw it, or why put it in? Why include it? You know, like I'm doing this black area back here. Why? To create more contrast between her and the background, so that again she pops more. Then the focus is more. There's more contrast to the form there. You know. So, and the drawing can tolerate it. The drawing can deal with that. You know, that's something that's not going to make anything else awkward. You know, and just kind of knowing those things, those come with drawing more and more. You know, but I always say, like, you know, pick up a pen, pick up a pencil, pick up a pad of paper, a sketchbook. You know, go to the dollar store and you know, you might discover, you know, incredible things that you could do, or there's absolutely no pressure in doing drawings in a little sketchbook and almost having like a little you know, diary of your travels, of your thoughts and things of that nature. Maybe doodles of people on your commute, whatever the case may be. Going out into nature, drawing some old stumps, old stumps, things like that. You'd be amazed at how much texture and beauty are in things like that are rotting and sort of decaying and things like that. So yeah, man, check it out, observe nature, and if anything else, if nothing else rather, the therapeutic benefits of drawing are wonderful. It just calms you, because again, like you have to remember, there's nothing at stake. There's no, like, it's just you. You're doing this for yourself. If that's how you want to do it, then man, that's utterly your decision. To draw, just for the fun of it, just for the relaxation of it. And it works wonders. It really does work to calm you and to make you, to help you think on another level. Because you could go like, oh, I think all day, I have to do all this stuff all day, and I'm mentally exhausted. But you've used only one part of that, that analytical side maybe, or that problem-solving side. Whereas with art, you can really let go and not use those analytical things and be more, act on more of a visual sensation, and it helps you to think of, it helps you to think in other ways, So yeah, I really find it a calming thing and a very relaxing thing, as you might notice. Do I seem angry to you? So yes, if for nothing else, guys, please subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. That would really, really help. Oh my goodness, I'm like 99 people away from meeting the minimum requirements of monetization, which would be awesome. I'd really dig that. That'd be great. And just getting into that higher echelon of the algorithm stream and reaching more people, man. That's kind of more the reason that I would appreciate your subscribing to the channel. Just it's more to reach more people, I think, than anything else. That's kind of like, that was my intention from the very beginning when I started doing. And I think, by the way, this is our 200th video, which is nuts too, because yes, I've been doing this for a while, but not the live streams. The live streams are kind of a new thing. I think we might be at about 30 or so live streams, all of which are up and recorded, and you can watch those for various art tips and things. But yes, 200th video today, I believe. Yes, it is. So hello. I've been doing it for a while. And yeah, I really want to reach more people. And I really want to reach more people, and spread the love of art, man, of traditional art, and the joy of it, and I really do love entertaining too. If people just like to watch me draw, that could be so calming too in itself. So you can just turn the volume off and just watch the thing happen, and yeah, that's almost done. That's almost a done deal, this one. So I'm really happy with the results. I think it looks good. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, eh? There might be a couple of little things here and there. But for the most part, this one is done. Which is great. Another one done. And I love, creating series. It really helps you to motivate yourself, If you create a series of art, like if you create one and you have the intention of creating more of the same type of thing, doing that really, really motivates. And I find you can actually, look at the things you've done over maybe a period of time and see if there's any difference, if there's any growth, if there's any change. So doing series of art type of things, I think really helps if you're an artist and you kind of want to stay motivated and assess your work on a regular basis. Check in on yourself, because you'll do a number of things in that series over months, and you can actually see how you started out by going back to the first one and flipping through all the ones you've done ever since, right? So you can actually kind of see if you grew, if you stayed the same. You can see, because that's good too. That means you're consistent. So like there's a lot of things you can learn just from doing a series of art, And I do a series. This is a series of zombie pinups, right? So I could go back through the years and go, oh wow, that was a totally different even style or type of zombie pinup that I did back then, and really look at the the history of your art. So yeah, another thing I kind of recommend too, if you're an artist and keeps you motivated, like I said, in that you want to do more because it's a series. I got to do more. I want to do more. I like doing it. Find something you like, and kind of do more. Like I do zombies, right? I do everything as zombies. You can do everything as unicorns, or you can do, it doesn't matter what your thing is. Whatever you like doing is just fine, So, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna put my name on this one. Rob Sachetto. Rob Sachetto. 2025. Yes, next year is Zombie Portraits 20th anniversary. Started Zombie Portraits way back in 2006. Remember the world back then? No, you don't, do you? No, that was a long time ago. But that's when Zombie Portraits became a thing. And that spawned a whole career for old Rob Sachetto here. And that's why I'm still doing zombies to this very day. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on planet Earth. And I prove it with Zombie Daily. As you can see, go to Zombie Daily and check out all the zombie art I've posted there. It is incredible. You will see a vast array of zombie art from all over pop culture and beyond. The natural world, you name it. As I've even shown you here, because we did this as a new piece of art tonight. We started and finished this, so that's kind of cool. That's kind of really cool, I think. Just gonna add a couple of things. I always do, Yeah, putting a little bit more detail in parts of the of the stuff that's inside of them. There. Yeah, but we finished this, and we finished this. We finished him, and we finished this. Wow, three drawings in a row. Can we finish another? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see. What am I gonna do here? What to do? Oh man. Jeez. What should I do? This was another little sketch. Should I continue on this? This was a sketch I just super powered through. And obviously, as you can see, And yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just have fun, kind of hacking around with this. You can see me, like, see what I do with this. See what I do with this. Like, this is a really quick, wow, quick, dirty sketch. So let's see what I do. Let's see what I do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna see. I kind of like this. I kind of like it. Like, it's so, there's so much, I think, going on in there, you know, and so much that could be added, you know, and yeah, I kind of like it. It kind of has that, kind of feels like that. Again, the Deadite, yes, swallow your soul. Yeah, kind of has that feel to it. Kind of has that taste to it. Yes. Flavor. The flavor. Yeah. So, you know what? Like, this is just going to be a straight pen and ink, right? So, I can actually go over, you know, the pencil lines all I want. So I can actually do that in the final stage. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to add as much, like, you know, gore details and things, and little fine things, because I really like the idea of having this huge drawing, this big, like, close up rather, and like, oh well, how are you gonna fill it? What are you gonna do to fill it? You know, how are you gonna fill that? Time, space, you know, how are you going to do that? And for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this really elaborate inking, like, craziness, you know, and like, add some weird things in there, because it's so close up, you know, you can kind of go crazy on it, you know. And that's what I kind of like about this, like, doing these little sketches and then fleshing them out, because I don't even know where I'm going to really go with these, right? Like, I have no idea how they're going to turn out at all. I'm just doing them like spontaneously, you know. So yeah, anything could happen with these. Anything can happen, you know. I'm actually going to see if there's. I'm going to check. See if there's anyone on the oh boy, Philip. Oh, Dennis. Love your work. I have one. You've got talent. Oh, Tina and Dennis. Shout out to you guys. Thank you. You love my work. I really appreciate that, Dennis. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I have one. I'm assuming you're talking about maybe a piece of art of mine, which is cool. And Tina. I hope I'm getting that right. You've got talent. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in and you know, checking to see what's going on. Getting your daily dose of the undead tonight on the live stream. Just drawing some stuff that I don't know what I'm doing right now. We just finished a really cool zombie insect. I'll show you guys in a bit if you're just tuning in. I have also finished a zombie pinup drawing. That turned out great. And another one of these crazy sketches that I go nuts on and put more detail in and that. So I got that going on as well. We're going to put some more flesh hanging off. Guys, I'm so glad you could make it to the live stream. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing. And like the video, that would be fantastic. You'd really help me get into the higher echelons of that algorithm stream that we all need to appease. Which I just, you know what, guys, I've said it before, I just want to reach more people. Love to get monetized, sure, but for me, I think that's why I started doing videos in the first place, was because I wanted to reach more people. You know. So yeah, if you could help out, that would be great. It's obviously free to do. You don't have to. There's no charge in becoming a subscriber to the channel. Check out my Zombie Daily page for sure for new zombie art that is posted every single day. That's why it's called Zombie Daily. I do not mess around. I post every single day on that page, sometimes more than once. In today's case, I actually posted a bonus post that was a secret post that is on there, I didn't share that to too many places today, but it's on there now if you want to see it. Plus, the Bill Moseley zombie portrait I did for the Creature Con that's coming up. He is one of 4 zombie portrait prints that I'm doing for the con, for Creature Con. So check that out, man. Check out for sure the Bill Moseley zombie portrait I just finished. So I did most of it on live stream. In the last 2 live streams, I both drew and inked, and painted it. So you could actually see that if you want. If you want to see the process, it's there. But yeah, I just posted it to Zombie Daily today. So if you want to check that out, it is quite striking, and I'm really proud of it. Bill Moseley from Devil's Rejects. He's going to be a guest at this year's Creature Con. So, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be there too. I'll be at Creature Con. Should be an awesome time. I'm mega looking forward to it. And the rest of the guests that I've done as zombie portraits will be posted on Zombie Daily in the next few days. So please do check that out. I'll be doing a poster coming up soon. In fact, 2. I'll be doing 2 exclusive prints for 2 different cons. So that will be coming up soon. I hope you guys check that out on the live stream. I think I'm going to be live streaming them. Yeah. I think I'm going to be doing that. So yes, check that out for sure. It's coming up. Man, a lot of other incredible news is on the way. Stuff I can't believe, but is in fact happening. So I've got some news. I got some tea to spill coming up. And I'll be really happy to let you know about the upcoming interesting things, stuff, and such. Stay tuned. We're going to tell you after 8 more breaks. No, when it's more of a thing, when it's more of a solid thing, I'll let you guys know. I don't want to say I hate saying things that don't end up happening, and then having or having to explain why they don't happen or anything. So I'm just saying, for now, yeah, there's some things coming, but I don't want to spill the beans yet. Don't want to jinx it because I'm so superstitious. Superstitious feeling. Yes, there's no such things as ghosts. As ghosts is. There. But man, yes, there will be so much more gore and I think rot and slime and filth. Yeah. You got to see George C. Scott in Exorcist 3. If you have not seen Exorcist 3, check out Exorcist 3. It is an incredible movie. I don't. You know what? I think it's just starting to get the appreciation it deserves. Because wow, what a knockout movie that is! Very very cool. Very scary. A lot of scary parts in it for sure. But great story. Great story too. George C. Scott is in it. We're fine. Yeah, try to get that scene out of your head when you see it. But yeah, great film. Highly recommend that movie, man. These are things I think of when I draw. It's true. If I didn't have you guys, oh god. I'm so glad you guys could make it. By the way, I'm so glad you're watching and checking out the channel. Man, I'm really digging these, and I hope you guys are too. Just showing you guys all, drawing zombies, man. Doing the thing I do, and if you're into that sort of thing, that being pop culture, zombies, horror, traditional art, all those good words. If you're into that stuff, you've come to the right place, man. And you're going to be seeing a lot more of that. Oh, you're going to see a lot more of that. If you stick around, you'll be seeing a lot more. I'll be doing a lot more stuff for cons. Again, posters that are coming up that I'm going to be doing. 2 comics. Man, everything. Every kind of art thing under the sun. Yeah, more portraits, lots of cool stuff, So if you guys like that kind of thingy, then, stick with the channel, man. Give me a subscription and a thumbs up for the video if you could. That would be so awesome, guys. And you know what? I'm literally... I just realized I had this feature on my TV that I could like videos. I didn't realize I had it, and so I'm going back and actually liking all the videos that that I watched from all these channels I've subscribed to. Yeah, so I'm going through all these different channels, liking them, liking the videos rather. Yeah. Because I didn't realize I had that function on there, and then when I did, I was like, oh man, I've been watching all these and not liking them, And I know that that's important, I know that that's important to get your favorite video person, podcast or whatever it is over, So you want more people to see the thing that you like too, probably. So guys, feel free to even share the videos if you think they might help someone, or you think they might, speak to someone in terms of oh, you know what, this guy does, zombie drawings all the time, and it's from pop culture. You're totally into that. So share that stuff around, man. Share that stuff around if you can. And subscribe, subscribe to the channel, of course. There. Yeah. Getting some cool zombie vibes in there. Yeah, and you know what? Doing again with the eraser, actually, doing negative drawing, using the eraser as a pencil, and creating the white line within the dark, so that's really helpful too. That, man, consider that if you want an art tip. I don't know if that, to a lot of people that that is common sense or commonplace. Oh, of course I use that. But if you don't, sometimes it's oh, you know what? That's awesome. Yes, I've never thought of that. So, if you have it, there it is for you. using the eraser to kind of, add by subtracting, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and I like that. I like the effect that has too. It looks like it's very much on top of the skin, and like a vein or whatever on top of the underneath, on top of the underneath, so to speak. So, and then when I ink this, there'll be a ton more things, right? Little things. This is just the basis of it. This is just the really rough drawing. And again, this is like that's what this is. This is just a fun drawing. There's nothing at stake here. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing at stake here. I'm just doing this really for you guys to see, from scratch, right? Something from scratch, and I just build on it. And again, it's just building and building and building, and sometimes erasing and fixing and tweaking, and then going, okay, time to ink, and time to put even more little things in there, especially stylistically and detail wise, and I like the way his nose goes up. I'm going to emphasize that, putting his nose going up, whatever that is. Like, that's not even, that doesn't even represent a nose. But it is, though. Because, of where it is and the kind of rough shape, that it is. Yeah, that's his nose. But it doesn't look like the regular zombie nose, Yeah. Yeah. There. Yeah. I like that. He's kind of jump scaring you. And I'm going to put, I can put more, tubercles or whatever on his chest. More stuff. And then, you know what? Leave it as a cue for when I do the inking. I'll go in there and actually put more, rather than me drawing them all, because I'm doing it for myself. If I was doing this, for someone to ink, then I would put more information. But since I'm doing it myself, I could just leave little indicators, of what I'm going to do, or where I could go with it. So, yeah. And his shirt or whatever is going to be almost unidentifiably ripped and shrouded in shadow. Yeah, put some more neck veins in there. Neck veins. Yeah. And there'll be more. There'll be more. You can bet on that. There'll be more detail for sure. I'm going to say Tina. Tina. Yes. You've got talent. Thank you very much. We'll see you next month. I'm guessing you're in the Sioux? Because, maybe you're talking about, CreatureCon. Okay, possibly. All right. Yes, you did a Friends one. Yes, I did a Friends zombie portrait one. She's talking about I did a Friends zombie portrait, one of her friends, not friends like not them, but one of her friends. So Tina, if you wanna clarify, either way, it's all good. But apparently, I'm going to see you next month, or you'll see me next month, which I guess is a thing. So I guess that's happening. I guess that's happening. from whichever thing that is. Yeah. From whatever thing you're referring to. But there we go, guys. This is this is almost too fun to do for you guys. And again, like it's just doing a zombie sketch really quickly from scratch, and then adding more and more detail and layers to it. And I'm gonna ink it next. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna ink this next, and don't know if I'm gonna do it now. Do we have enough time? We have like I'm gonna have to stop tape. Stop tape. I'm gonna have to conclude today's episode at least midnight. But in the meantime, you know what? Sure, I'll ink this for you guys. I think, you know what? I've got a ton of zombie pinup divas to do, but I can do those. I can do those anytime. And I will. But in the meantime, I think you guys like watching the inking process. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but if you do. That's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I think because it's the final step, and you get to see the thing really flesh out, and it's like very visible. It's much more visible and things of that nature. So I'm guessing you guys dig the inking part. I could be wrong. It seems like I'm wrong often when it comes to human nature. Well, you know, I didn't really realize that people liked seeing the process stuff, and people love seeing the process stuff. And then I'm like, yeah, I guess they would. Like, I guess people would, you know, and things of that nature. So I'm like, okay, well, that's why I've got to do these live streams too, because there's the need for that, and people love that. You know, we've met before. Okay, Tina, friends. TV show one. Friends TV show one. Right. We met before. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take your word for it. That's one of the things about not knowing, not being able to really even see the icon of people's things. But yes, cool. Well, I'm so glad that you're watching the program tonight. The broadcast, rather the live broadcast that we're doing tonight. I'm glad you could stop in and check it out. Thank you for doing so. I really appreciate that. I love that, and I hope you're having a great time watching it. I hope everyone had a great week and is ready for the weekend. That's going to be a fun time. That's going to be a fun time for a lot of folks, hopefully, and hope you guys are ready for that. I am doing more inking of this. I am pretty much sidelined this weekend because my left arm is non-functional. I sprained it badly again today, and that's too bad for me. Yeah. I've got stuff to do. That's why this is number 2. Okay. So, excuse me. So I'm doing some very, very fine details in here. Again, like I kind of just want to show that going from a really quick, simple, sketchy drawing, you can actually, make it a really nice detailed sort of schmoz of wicked pen and ink stuff, and interesting flourishes of detail in there. So I kind of want to show that in doing these sketches, and I love doing these types of inking jobs too. These inking, things, getting really close in there and drawing some nice like wormy shapes and pustules and rot and all that kind of stuff and decay. I love doing that kind of stuff. So these are great drawings for that. And you can also test out different pens and things on these types of drawings too. I don't have any new ones today, like new different ones today, but yeah, I use these types of drawings for testing out different pens, different nibs, pens, inks, and all those types of things. Um, yeah, yeah. That's where you can actually do that, and it doesn't make a huge bit of difference. People aren't really going to notice it. Even if they do, it's not that it's a drawing of it's more of a sketch. Like these drawings that I'm doing right now are more like sort of fun, sketchy, crazy, detailed things. Not something asked for, but something kind of done for just to show you how this kind of stuff is done. Because a lot of people were asking too for literal like art lessons, and I'd really like to do that too. If you guys want, we can set that up, and we can even do a live art set, like an art lesson thing, and you could always refer to the recording afterwards. But yeah, man, I'm down with that. I'm down with doing stuff like that for sure. If you guys want me to do that, if you think, if you feel like, oh, you know what, I could watch this guy do some drawings and have it help me, then yeah, for sure, man, I'm down with that. Like my art, I really like communicating with people and things of that nature. And if I have any sort of wisdom to impart rather, I like to be able to do that, and help people out if possible. If they're finding themselves in the same vicinity, in the same ballpark, in the same, wanting to do things with their art and stuff like that, and not knowing how or not knowing who or why or where, I like to be able to, help, and even help draw, So, yeah, if you guys are watching and, you have any questions about art or anything like that too, feel free to comment before or after, either chat or comment after with your art questions. If you have any things of that nature, and I'll address them on the next live stream for you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there we go. There's some nice zombie characteristics in there for yous all. Yeah, how about that? We could put anything in there, like just gristle and tight flesh and like bony spurs. And just weird, gristle and stuff, veins and things, And that's why it's great to know what surfaces you're drawing, if you've experienced them, if you've experienced that surface before, like that dried wood or grass, wet grass, or whatever, like all of those things, like a slug shell or something, or a snail shell, or a snail itself, feeling what that feels like, so you can it'll actually help you draw it better, So yeah, I always recommend, getting close to nature, getting out there and experiencing it, Yeah, it really does help. It really does help you draw, And of course, drawing from life too. So while you're out there, bring your drawing pad that you got at the dollar store for like $2, and a pencil, and go crazy. Start drawing as you're becoming one with nature. That's what I say. It's true. But I kind of did all that. Like, I don't do that much now myself because I'm usually in my studio doing things. But every time I do get a chance to, I really do take advantage of the outdoors, and I really appreciate it so much, the visuals so much, and what it gives to you in terms of inspiration and texture and everything, really. So that's why I always say to people, artists, people that want to draw, and people want to be artists, like, yeah, experience nature, go outside, do a lot of those things, and it will help improve your drawing in many ways. Many ways, I think. A lot of ways. Too many to go into here. And guys, I'm telling you, like, I'm sincere. I've got nothing to sell. There's nothing to sell here. I'm just saying that as advice from one artist to whoever wants to hear it. Whoever has the ears to hear it. Whoever has the desire to hear, like, my experience in things. By all means, I'm here for that while I draw. While I'm doing these drawings. And I've drawn more zombie art than anyone on planet Earth. That is provable on Zombie Daily just by checking Zombie Daily out. Never mind the actual proof that is being compiled right now for that claim, because I'm not going to say it unless I've done it. And I do believe I have drawn more zombies than anyone else on planet Earth. I don't think there is another person who has, and I'm still doing it right now, right for you guys, right at this moment. And I started way back in 2000. Well, I started doing Zombie Daily back in 2008, but I started doing zombie portraits back in 2006. So I did have a number of zombies already drawn, despite Zombie Daily, not having started Zombie Daily for another 2 years, but man, I really caught up. So I did Zombie Daily every day, including today, since 2006. Or 2008, sorry. Yeah, so that is a lot of zombies. You can bet on that, and there's much more than just Zombie Daily. Yeah. Like some of the stuff I haven't even posted yet, like this drawing right now that I'm doing for you guys. So yeah, always doing it, always loving it. It is my joy to do Zombie Daily and to do zombie portraits for folks all around the world. It has always been my pleasure and my honor to do so. Guys, get a zombie portrait. What are you waiting for? Zombieportraits.com. Just go to zombieportraits.com. The link is in the description below. Just like it is to Zombie Daily. Check out Zombie Daily. The link is in the description below. And you'll like what you see, I'm sure. There's a lot of very, very, very cool stuff there. And if you like this, you'll love that. Yes. Check the chat. Okay. Yes, friends of Doug's. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you did a friend. Yes, friends of. Yes, friend. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, sorry, Tina. Okay. Tina. Yeah, so guys, we're doing zombie art in the traditional way here in the studio. It is almost the end of today's live stream, but man, we got a lot of work done. I'll go over the work we did, and you'll see it all and it is amazing. We've done a lot of work today, which is crazy awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad, and I posted a lot today too. So I posted a lot of stuff today too. Obviously, I posted Zombie Daily's new drawing and a bonus post. So yeah, check that bonus post out for a laugh. I'm sure you'll laugh your head off when you see it. It's funny. It's irreverent, but it is a lot of things, but it isn't a lot of things as well. So, guys, check that out. It's a lot of fun on Zombie Daily for sure. You'll get a kick out of it. It's meant as satire, and I had that rolling around in my head for a while, and I had to do it. I had to. Like, I couldn't stop myself from doing it. So I drew it. And it's a t-shirt now too. So if you want that as a t-shirt, check out there's a link again in the description below. In the description below this video, to purchase and they're on sale right now too. I think they're like $16. So you can actually get that shirt for $16 right now at the link, unless they took it down for whatever reason. So I don't know if it's still there. And you know what? I think if they did take it down, I think I might fight it. I've never really fought a takedown before, but I think I might fight this one because I really love that image. But check it out. It's on Zombie Daily right now. It's the bonus post of the day. The other post is of Bill Moseley. Bill Moseley from Devil's Rejects. Did a zombie portrait of him and 4 other guests that will be at CreatureCon this September. So yes, that will be very awesome. But yeah, do check out the zombie portrait of Bill Moseley. It is one of my favorites already. I really like it. I'm getting a lot of nice positive feedback about it. So please do check that out. Bill Moseley from the Devil's Rejects. So when I did the portrait, I had a kind of a Western zombie vibe in mind, and that's kind of how I did that one. If you're wondering, if you're not wondering, if you're wondering, if you're not wondering, whatever, it doesn't really matter, but I'm here to tell you that one I kind of did with a Western, zombie Western sort of vibe to it, like Quick and the Dead, but with zombies or something. You know, that's what I had in mind when I did that Bill Moseley sort of. It's almost like a Ghost Rider-ish version of him. Maybe an Old West version of him as a zombie. You know, in a Ghost Rider movie. Those are the thoughts I had going on in my head. You know, and the other ones were different. The other ones had different sort of, and I'll kind of tell you about them when I post them up there. I'll let you kind of know where the vibe was, because they all have a different sort of origin or reasoning behind them. They're not just, I didn't just zombify them. I zombified them with, a meaning to them. How did they become a zombie type of thing, like a backstory too, and a style. The John Berryman one has more of a 80s post-apocalyptic movie vibe to it. Like, he's more zombified and like mutated, but it's from The Hills Have Eyes, which he's a mutant in that, but I did more stuff. Yeah. But, that's coming up. And Felicia Rose in the classic pose from Sleepaway Camp, of course, did her in that pose as a zombie. Turned out surprisingly well, despite the photo. I really, really like it. Oh, come on now. Yeah, got hurts all over the place. Man, I feel old today. Yeah, yeah. But show must go on, guys. Show must go on. I'm going to do a bit more on this, and then we're gonna call it a night. I think that'll be good for tonight, and I'll be back again soon. And I have to go experience some nature actually soon. I'm going to be doing that. I don't know how much of that I'll be doing actually, but I will be in the vicinity. Thing is, again, my arm is kind of immobile and hurts like a banshee. So I don't know how much of nature I'm going to take in, but I'll be around it soon. Yeah. Going to be doing stuff like that for the weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm so glad you came and stopped in and checked out the video, guys. I really appreciate that. I hope you subscribe to the channel. We're very close to a nice algorithm friendly position where the algorithm gods smile a little brighter on me. We're really close to that threshold. Just really want to get in front of more eyes and folks who might dig the work and the message behind the work. Art as therapy and art as something that it's a freedom that we have that we can use at our disposal, and it's one of the great ones that we kind of forget about sometimes. So doing art, is sometimes very, very therapeutic. I would say it ranks up there with the greatest therapies, man. Again, personally, I would say that because, and not that I sort of need excessive therapy or anything, for reals. But as far as a calming agent, as far as something that helps you, be calmer and more measured and thinking better and thinking on a better wavelength and things of that nature, man, for sure drawing and art help that immeasurably. Yeah, it does for me, for sure, I have to say, unequivocally, man. It really does. It helps you focus. It helps you cut the noise out in your head and think things through better, and stuff like that. So yeah, it really does help. It does help with the mental health of a person. So yeah, and it costs nothing, and there's no stakes involved. It's you doing it. It's you doing it, enjoying it. But yeah, I really dig that. I really like this. I really like this so far. I think it's really fun. It's totally over the top gory or Crypt Keeper-ish or whatever. But I like it. I like it like that. So yeah. Yeah, he's got a scowl. He's got a scowl going on there. So yes. Hope you guys dig it. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a great time. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to call it a night. Let's see what we've accomplished. Tonight. Well, this, of course, this guy. This zombie pinup. Yeah, a member? Yeah, that I love that. I think that looks great. That looks really good. Poppy, very punchy. Very good. I think that works. This guy, another one of the sketches that went too far. The sketches that went too far. Yes, I like that name. So just do a quick sketch from scratch, spontaneously, and all the rest of the alliteration. And then start inking it and putting in the zombie details and things like that, and seeing where it goes. So that's kind of that. That's kind of what this is too. This one's not finished at all, but started at least. Got pretty far on it. So got that, and holy, we got a whole color insect zombie insect series drawing done in color. Man, that's awesome. So we got all that done tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here to help, and you know, have a watchful eye on the proceedings, and keep a watchful eye on the proceedings, and hopefully, you know, learn some little art tricks if that's what you're here for. If that's what you're here for, everybody's here for a different reason, maybe. Don't know, you know. That's all up to y'all, you know. So yeah, that looks. I think I really like that. That is a giant beetle larva as a zombie, and no doubt where I'm sure what's his name from Aliens, Geiger, you know, got the alien head from, you know, kind of scoped that out a little bit. Again, nature, man, nature dictates the drawings, you know. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the evening. I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll be back again very soon. Rebranded the I don't know if you noticed, but rebranded the YouTube page. It looks wonderful now. Again, thank you to Sick for helping with that, sponsoring that change as well. Sick is the folks behind CreatureCon here in Sudbury too, that I keep pushing. I don't even know. I don't have to. That thing sells itself, man. I don't have to sell that at all. I'll be there too. I'm looking forward to that. So CreatureCon's coming. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again soon, and I'm looking forward to that. But Rob needs to get some rest and rest up that arm. Best wishes and love, guys. I'll talk to you soon.